Hello, everybody. My name is Stefumi, and I'm the creator of the Eyewitness podcast. On this podcast, we share our stories and our love for God over good food. Today, I have the most exciting guest. Let me tell you, if you talk about energy, as the owners of energy, I am so excited to introduce you guys to my friend. Long story, okay? My friend, he's one of the most incredible hosts. I remember the first time I heard him host, I literally was like, I called him, I was like, you sabi? One of the most incredible hosts in Nigeria. And outside of Nigeria, he's also the founder of Sky Nigeria, a non-profit that helps young Nigerians go to school, as well as support them through with leadership programs. And he's also the future owner of industries and Dust Lines. He's one of, honestly, I know that I'm going beyond my normal intro, but he's literally one of the people that I feel will help young people discover their purpose in life. But I'm so glad to introduce you guys to my friend. His name is Dimeji Martins, aka Black Boy MCM. Welcome!
Not me.
Should we do it now? Shall I play music for you? Oh yeah? Sorry.
You know that conversation we had where it's two different people, the brand and the person is the person here today.
Okay, we're not going to be doing inside jokes for the people today, by the way. Okay, so welcome to the podcast. How do you feel? How do you feel?
I feel good though. I feel elated. I never saw it coming.
It's a lie. You like that I'm not treating you well. I'm taking advantage of you. That's the truth.
Yeah.
It's okay.
She doesn't respect me because she finished. But I mean, that's what happens when you're friends with people like this. You know?
It is what it is. It is what. Anyway, no. First of all, let's not even start.
I'm sorry. My bad.
I'm happy that you're on the podcast today, and this is why. Because you know this about me, and I always say this to you. You're literally one of the people that I feel can do anything in this life. I honestly feel that there's so many young people that are going to get that, I'm not going to write encouragement or anything, but realize that God truly loves you and can come through for you regardless.
Yeah.
Just because you're His. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Okay, so I have a question for you.
Hit me.
Like I said, I want to talk about all the good things that are happening for you in 2023.
Okay.
How does it feel to be working in the fulfillment of stuff you've prayed for?
Feel surreal. You'll always feel, because I trust God so much to know that it's always going to be more. But it feels surreal. It feels good. Sometimes I still wake up saying, oh my God, what's up now?
Alpha.
Yeah, so I've come up with the actual final conclusion that the human need is insatiable and we'll always want the more we grow. But that's a sign that we're growing, yeah? But it feels surreal. It feels good. I spent the whole of this year just saying, God, I'm grateful. And just thinking about it, I'm cracking a smile because if you know me, you know that this is God. Yeah, so it still feels surreal, but it's real. So yeah.
I'm very happy for you.
Yeah.
And you're incredibly good at what you do. So I'm very proud
of you.
I agree with that. You are very proud. Okay. So but you said you trust God to do what He says He will do. Have you always trusted God? Honestly,
no.
Okay.
Even now, sometimes I catch myself doubting, and I have to remind myself of the fact that God did this. I'll use the example I know I told you I didn't want to talk about it, but I think the Holy Spirit is prompting it for a certain reason, for a certain project that I had, and I needed to do some things just recently, and I didn't have the money for it, and I was worried, But I still made plans to do what I needed to do. It's like, I'm going to the bank to withdraw money for something. I don't have the money in the bank, but I'm just going there and I'm hoping that
the money will be in the bank when you get there.
Christian
men.
Yeah, and my friend was driving me, because he had just picked me up from the airport, and we're just going there to see.
Hey, because he just picked me up from the airport. Go ahead.
We're going, and we were in the car, and we were still trying to strategize with human brain, like, we'll just get there and say this is what we want to do, and we'll give them the usual Nigerian lamba of we'll get back to them. We just want to have an idea. And I just got a call,
Yeah.
randomly there, and they're like, oh, please, I need you to confirm something. I sent this thing. And it was
Wow.
basically more than what we needed to actually do what
Can
we
you
needed at that
imagine?
point, and I was struggling about
you
it.
imagine?
So the honest truth is, even now, I still have to remind myself that God is a come true guy.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a I will not come true.
Yeah.
It's not I will come true and I will not come true.
Yeah.
It will always come
will
true.
always come true.
So the human nature is okay. We will doubt. I catch myself saying, "Oh God, what am I doing in my life? What's this? My mate are
Not
doing
you.
better."
If you are saying what are you doing with your life, that's all of us. We just fold
what am-
our clothes
I
and
don't
be
know.
going home.
But what am I doing in my life? So I still catch myself being that way. But again, the constant reminder of the fact that He has always come true keeps me going.
Yeah.
So in simple terms, to answer your question, sometimes I still catch myself doubting.
Yeah.
But I have to constantly and consciously
Remind
remind
yourself.
myself, like, yo, God did this.
And it helps that He has a track record with you.
Yeah.
It helps that you can think about like 1, 2,
All
3,
the
4,
time.
5,
Bro, I can't count.
6 things that He has
Can't
done.
count. Yeah.
But okay, let's go back to the foundation.
Yeah.
What was your initial introduction to God? Because me, I grew up. Everybody knows, grew up with Jesus Christ as my. I don't even know. It was my Lord and Savior by proxy.
By proxy, yeah.
By proxy. But for you, when was the time you came to the consciousness of I actually believe in this guy? I picked this guy. I want to serve this guy.
Yeah. I mean, just like you, it was by proxy also. My mom, a pastor.
Yeah.
Going to church was routine.
Yeah.
Then 2017 was like my determining year. I think that was the year before Hallelujah Festival, the first ever one, or the same year, I can't remember.
Okay.
But before then, I'm allowed to mention names.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I used to hear of Lawrence Oyo,
Okay.
72 hours marathon.
Okay.
And I used to think people were mad.
Okay.
Because I'm like, why would not they go pray for
For
72
some-
hours?
wetin
What
be
would
your
they
life?
do now?
Wetin be
This
your
kind of
problem?
life.
You pass money.
I used to hear about it, and it never really, and shout out to my very first girlfriend then. It was a godly relationship. She was more
I know that. Who asked you?
fire. So she too was in that
Yeah.
light, and she used to attend a church to that time called Potters. So they were they'll do word conference 2 days. They're only going
What's
on
a
to
word
bath.
conference?
Like they're teaching the word.
Okay.
I mean, I'll just be there, and she used to force me to go. So I'll just be there, like, what do I do in my life? But then I'd heard a story, 72 hours prayer marathon. Somebody levitated, and I did not believe it. So out of jealousy, I was like, I want to be able to do what these people are doing, So a friend of mine gave me some messages. Raphael Larison gave me some messages, and I listened to Lawrence Oyo, that period, the songs they used to sing, and I said I wanted this. That was literally, that was just like I wanted this. So I gave my life to Christ official again. The final time,
official.
yeah, because I've done plenty.
The real one.
I've been doing plenty almost every Sunday.
Whichever one you collect, but this one is the last. Like this was certified.
It. And it was just from a place of, I would say, me giving my life to Christ was a place of jealousy. I was just like, what are you people doing?
Oh no, we're not giving your life to Christ, but the encounter that led to that.
Yes. So I said I wanted that, so I gave my life to Christ, and then 2017 was like a defining year for me, because 2017 was also a defining year in choices that I was making, friendships that I was making. And so 2017 I started, and the one experience that shaped it and crowned it all was Hallelujah Festival, the very first one. I can never forget that. It was the festival itself after and we had gone. That was the first time I met Nathaniel Bassi face to face. I'd greeted him. I knew I didn't want a picture that day. And I was telling my friend that invited me for it, like, that was Raphael, like, oh, I want to meet this man, but I don't want a picture.
Yeah.
So he had met people. When I was saying I wanted to meet, he was like, what do you want? And I said, I just want you to speak words to me. He's like, what are the words that we have done inside? Yeah. I said, no, I just want. Yeah. And then he just prayed for me, and that was it. And after it, I had a conversation with Raphael. And this guy was just talking. He doesn't know this. But he was just talking, and he had said something that we'll get to a time in our generation where our children will not come out crying, they'll come out praying.
Come on.
I thought that was too much. But that shaped something in my head. Like, but this guy that is thinking like this, I want to be like this. And that was it.
That was the beginning of just like this journey of relationship.
Yeah, and it wasn't always smooth because it was falling, but there was that consciousness. Like,
what was let's talk about it.
Yeah.
What, after you make this decision and you go on this journey, what's falling?
So how do I put it? For me personally, I struggle with logic. I'm even till now, I think we have conversations a lot.
I mean, I feel like I have no idea.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But myself and Dimeji, we're always having conversations, and I'm more of a logical person, So I used to struggle with, because the honest truth is you can't carry logic to God's wisdom.
Yeah. There's a point where
it doesn't make sense,
Yeah.
and if you're not sold out completely, you struggle.
Yeah.
So I think my major problem and the pressure was I wasn't completely sold out. Somewhere I was holding on to God, I was still feeling like human sense and all of that. So it was a falling situation for me, and it was also from a place of I wanted things to happen fast, but they weren't happening. So on the point where I got to where I realized that God was not a use and thumb God was when I really stayed, because it was like when things weren't working, I just did not care anymore. It's like, what's the point, Like I said, I'm coming from someone that struggled with depression, suicidal attempts, and all of that. It was always what's the point? Like, what are we doing here? Why am I here? Like, why am I serving you? So that was
in and out. Now, you just mentioned like depression and mental health stuff. Let's delve into that a little bit. Well,
hit me.
Actually, let's eat. Let's try this food.
Yeah.
I want you to try this.
Can I try?
You've been speaking for a little bit, so maybe the food is not as hot as it was. But I want you to try it, and then you rate our food, curated and plated by the Fluffy Cafe. Yes, please.
I know the Fluffy Cafe.
You know the Fluffy Cafe?
Yes.
Wow!
Patronize
Shout
the
out
Fluffy
to
Cafe.
Chef Fulu of the Fluffy Cafe.
So when they say chef, it's actual chef. It's not those people that just put chef when they are not certified chefs. I should point that out.
It's a Christian program now.
Even Jesus is very, very blunt. But this is nice, and it's not because she's my friend or anything. This is actual nice.
Okay, so you just mentioned about depression and mental health and all these things.
Yeah.
So my question is, if you're a child of God, right? You believe in God, God loves you, God sees you, but then you're also struggling with like mental health stuff. How do you balance out these like two struggles? How do you manage this? How do you navigate that mindset?
Yeah. Well, first thing, used to struggle, Sha. So
Used to struggle.
Yeah. I think that was even my major problem, not understanding. I'm sure there are a lot of people out there. So I had the mindset that you cannot. I mean, to a certain level, I felt like, why am I a Christian and I'm dealing with depression and all that? That it doesn't make sense. So that single thought. Now, it wasn't from a place of having faith that God has healed me. It was from a place of pride, like, how am I a Christian and I'm still?
Yeah.
And so it made the matter worse, because I didn't seek help where I was supposed to seek help. I was dealing with it by myself. I was trying to cover up and form like I was a great guy and I was doing good, when in actual sense I wasn't. And so for the longest time I think it prolonged whatever it is that was going on with me until I really just came to God and say, this is what I'm dealing with. And of course I did seek medical help. I was more open. I spoke about what I was dealing with, saw a therapist, and
it's such a huge part of mental health and even our faith. First of all, disclaimer, Dimeji always would say that mental health is not like something that is huge. It's like malaria. It's a sickness. So you need to see somebody. It's not because you're a sinner. It's not because all these things can bring sin, but that's not the primary cause. It's a chemical imbalance or something that's happening in your body that you need to fix. So see somebody, see a professional, and let them help you out. And we'll try and search for viable professionals and maybe add them in the description so you get help that you need. But to your point, I feel like one of the things that we struggle with as Christians is admitting to where we are, not even just mental health, right? Because you're dealing with all these things, and we know we are Nigerians speaking faith. I am rich, I'm not poor, I am this, I'm not that. But in reality, you're struggling. And because we're not honest with ourselves, we cannot be honest with God.
That's the one. And that's the best way to put it, because I then realized like it's always from a place of pride. Now, it's not conscious pride. It's just, you feel like. But the honest truth is, what's faith if you already know tomorrow? What's the point of God if you can deal with life by yourself? And so it's from a place of pride. So I do think that if we did humble ourselves enough to say, more,
I need help, something's wrong,
so I'm dealing with it, and just be vulnerable enough to actually discuss this. I don't know people's relationship with God or mine relationship, and life started to get better when I started to have like an actual relationship and say, God, I need your help, or more,
Yeah.
I'm struggling. Sometimes
Yeah.
I remember telling you one day that me and God just had a fight. Like, I'm like, I said some things I wasn't supposed to say. So yeah, that was where I got to with my relationship, and I realized like things got better. So it's from a place of pride for me. The moment we humble ourselves enough to say that, God, I need help. I can't do this, or this is what I'm dealing with. I just did this. I'm not happy. I know you're not happy.
You find the support that you need. Okay, that's so real. That's so real. Thinking about now, you help younger people.
Yeah.
Right? You support younger people, and you're still in a place where you yourself, you're growing, you're becoming this person that God has called you to become.
Yeah.
How do you navigate being set apart in this world? Because these children that you're helping, they're going to model you. They're going to be like, not because they see you as a role model, but because everybody needs like a vision, like
an image.
Yes, to look up to. Exactly. So how do you stand, especially in what you do? You're in a world where there's so much, you're in the entertainment industry. There's so much happening. This, that, even in the gospel space. How do you stay as a set apart person?
That question is very, very
wide. How do you stay set apart in your industry?
So I'd say this thing that God gave me very long time ago, and the honest truth is, it was in COVID He gave me this thing. The longer you stay inside, the longer you last outside.
Word. Sorry, I apologize. Go ahead.
The longer you stay inside, the longer you last outside. And so it's basically like a building. The stronger the foundation, the stronger the building, and the deeper the foundation, the stronger the building. So it's been a thing of whether I like it or not. And the reason why I'm using whether I like it is because I've seen God do certain things because of where He's taking me. Consecration. Conscious, unconscious, what's the word? Purpose, or on purpose, intentional or whatever it is.
You have to be set apart to be set apart.
So you have to actually stay
with Him. It's in the place of intimacy you build that tenacity to stand.
It's not easy. It comes with pressure. It comes with, normal life pressures. It comes with, a lot, but trust me, it's worth it. No, I think I can completely agree as well as testify in that, you know what it does, because God equips you in secret. He doesn't equip you in front of everybody. You use what He has equipped you with outside, but the actual equipping happens in secret with Him. As a young person, the longer you stay in this, the earlier you get into staying in intimacy and depending on God and leaning on God, the earlier it is that you don't have to struggle with certain things. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You don't fall for certain potholes. So let's say you're in uni, for example. The Holy Spirit literally will tell you, I don't want you to join that fellowship. Not like fellowships are bad. But that's not what you need.
But that's not where you need to be. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So that consecration thing you said, it's actually super essential. I remember one time the Holy Spirit was teaching me something, and He said, the devil is really after young people, because there's certain things that once you experience it when you're young, it's so hard to shake it. It is so hard, and I see it every day. I'm a Christian. I see so many people in church. They're exposed to this. They will still go back to factory setting. So at that young age, the things that you expose yourself to, the things that you're exposed to, that's why it seems like people who use 20 years to struggle with pornography. Meanwhile, it's just like, bro, turn the laptop off. My nigga, at the end of the day, right, you have to, now, the younger you are, the earlier you start, the earlier the equipment starts. And obviously, everything is a journey. You cannot be equipped for 60 when you're 2, because you might not even know anything, but you at least be equipped for 4. You know what I'm trying to say? So I appreciate that perspective. And talking about young people and equipping themselves, I know some things that I would like for you to share. I know some things about you that I want you to tell the people.
What things?
How does it feel to be to come from a fight from insides, because I know that growing up, a lot of your fight had to be self-driven fight. This is not even Holy Spirit, when you're stubborn, I will not stay here. How does it feel to come from a place where you feel like I'm going to fight this fight, or how did you become that person that insisted that this is not going to be my life?
Honestly, I can't remember any time in my life I was like, oh, this will never be me. But I've always known that there's better. I think that was the driving this thing. There's always better.
How did you know that there's better?
So I don't know how to explain. You know how people say your upbringing shapes you and all of that. I think it works both ways. You know how people will say, oh, they love abusive relationships because whether they like it or not, that was where they came from and all. I think it was the reverse for me. I'd seen certain things growing up and I'd realized this somewhere in my head. I don't know if it was God, I don't know, but I knew that this was not right. You know? I'd experienced certain things while growing up.
You're saying certain things. Give us the tea. Give us the tea. Drop it.
Okay, so I don't know what exactly she's aiming at.
Anything.
But the major thing that I know that I get asked a lot is when it comes to alcoholism, women, and all of that.
You're an alcoholic.
Ignore Tofumi. So I come from a very amazing family. I love my family a lot, but my dad used to be an alcoholic, you know,
Wow.
and I'd grown up around that. You know, I think it's even somewhere in our Oriki where they say Omoroti Webiujo or something about that.
Come on. That's deep.
Yeah, I'd seen it, you know. First, for a fact, I've never tasted alcohol in my life. I've always said I'll never taste alcohol. I'll never drink. So I'd seen that, you know, and I just...
Oh, sorry, there's alcohol in... I'm just playing.
That's not possible. Go and open that kind of situation.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, I'd seen that and I just knew something was wrong, you know. And it wasn't then, I'll be very honest, it wasn't from a place of
God or
Christianity
Jesus,
or
yes.
God or anything. I just knew this was not the kind of person I wanted to be.
Yeah.
And I'd vowed, you know. And I remember one time I just told my mom I would never take alcohol. And she had just told me thank you so much. You know? I'm not even sure she can remember this day. But I know we were in a gathering or something and people were drinking and I was just like, never. You know. And I'd grown into it to then now growing into my faith and marrying the two and understanding why God had put me in that situation.
Like having a deeper conviction about it.
Because I'm in the entertainment space. Even before I became very aware of my, I say my faith is my reputation in a way. I just had this thing like, oh, I need to differentiate myself. So I used to be so proud of I don't drink, I don't smoke. Even though that was not enough reputation, but I'd always said that it kept me to get to this place that I needed to get to. So and that's one of the tea that I would say that Tofumi wants me to spill. So I'd never done that, even when I'd be put in certain situations, compromising situations. And that's why I say, there's no amount of peer pressure. If you're completely sold out and convicted about something,
it is what it is.
I don't
You've
think
accepted it on
anybody
such
can tell you.
Cellular level. It's just
it's only when you're confused about certain matters that it's easy for you to be swayed. But if you know, and I'm not even saying from a deeper, oh, God told you, so you by yourself, you know that this is what I want to do. There's no human that can tell you. If you say this thing is bad and you say it enough, like I say something, you tell yourself a lie enough, it becomes your truth. So if you tell yourself the truth enough, it becomes the truth. So if you say there's poison in that alcohol, and I'm not saying there's poison in alcohol, I don't have a problem with them. But
alcohol is poison, but
it's not my place. But I'm not saying there's poison, but I'm just saying, okay, let me not use. If you say there's poison in this rice. Please, let me use my analogy, please. But if you say there's poison in this rice and you say it long enough, you begin to believe it. And nobody, they don't have to tell you twice, like, oh, this rice is sweet.
You're never going to eat the rice.
You'll be like, yeah, it's sweet.
But I'm not eating it.
That's just how it works.
That's you know when Bible says you're as a man thinketh.
Yeah, so
easy. My shirt says as you think you are.
Wow.
Like once you believe it,
that's it.
And you know what? This thing is so good for sin, actual sin too. Because let me tell you, there's a particular thing I struggled with. And until I came to the realization that I didn't believe that this thing was bad. That's why I felt like last we go do all right. Let me not even lie. Every time I said God forgive me, I just like it's not lying. I'm just saying God forgive me.
Yeah.
I would literally in back of my mind I'll be like, boy, it's not that bad.
It's not that
it's not. Is it really a sin? Until I came to the point where I say, you know what, sin or no sin, this thing is not for me. God doesn't want me to do it, and I'm not doing it. And that's when you come to that conviction place and you hold it. And so to be set apart, you must decide that Jesus Christ is Lord over my life. His sacrifice is worth it. Nothing is more important than the sacrifice and his lordship over my life. Period. And you're not doing anything else. That's it. So that when you're tested, because you will be tested.
Of course.
You're not thinking about all the excuses for how you can get away
from it.
It's simple. It's a no. It's a no.
Yeah.
And but it's a hard place to get to.
No, very, very. And me, I'm not one of those guys that wants to come and form for you. Like, I think I said at the beginning, I struggle with a lot. Like, I struggle with a lot of things. And I remember I used to shout it then, like, I'm not a good guy. Because a lot of people just feel like, oh, because I say I'm not drinking,
You're a good person.
perfect.
Yeah, like me too. Dimeji, this one boy in uni that wanted to marry me because my ears are not pierced. I said, I have bad behavior.
Like, do you understand? Yeah, so
I have bad
just
behavior.
because, I say, it's not like I live the most or I'm insane. Like, God is helping us. My mentor, he will laugh whenever he hears me say, Mr. O always say, like, everybody's a bastard. We're all just trying to be good people,
I'm not there. I'm a child of God.
Well, of course, you understand the concept as to it's tofu means a sense, so it's fine. Me, I'm trying to put it to you that, it doesn't mean like, I was a perfect person.
Yeah.
Thank God for Jesus. That's all I'll tell you.
Thank God for Jesus.
Thank God for Jesus. So yeah, that's the major T. I don't think, is there any other T you want me to?
No. I just wanted to express to people, the main reason why I asked you that question is because I want young people to realize that there's no temptation, there's no struggle that is new to man.
No, there's none.
No matter how bad you think your background is, no matter how difficult it is, there's people that have gone through it and God has brought them out of it.
And there's still people that will go through it. Sorry that I'm cutting you short. There's a saying, it says there's nothing new under the sun. Rather, it is you that is new under the sun. So like, no matter what you basically think that
you're
not isolated to it.
Like
yes, there are people that have gone through. Something God started to show me from 2020. 2020 was really an amazing year for me. It was a stop, think, reset. And something God started to show me from 2020 is like there's certain situations that you felt like were disadvantages to you. But bro, I was literally preparing you for the people that I'm sending you to. And it was a thing of, I can speak. If I've dealt with weed addiction before, I can tell you like this is what weed will do. This is how you will feel, but this is what is better than it. And you would believe because
you have lived it.
Who else been there? Me this? But if someone that grew up in a mansion had money,
or someone that's never smoked weed,
then I don't even want to use weed. I want to use someone that's been in a mansion, lived a good life, done everything, comes to meet somebody that had to walk stupidly hard from the street and say life is good. Won't you slap the person?
Like which life? Define the life.
Which rubbish life is good? So you understand?
Exchange your life with me.
Yeah, but if someone tells you, it's just like today. Onokoya always says it's like, you can do great things from small places. It's relatable with everybody because he literally lived in one room in Ikorodu and it's telling you, so it gives you the hope that is needed to actually, the journeys that it takes us through, and that's why it was telling like, guy, these things that you're dealing with that you think is the end of life, you know, that it's basically for you to help another person.
No, absolutely. And as you were speaking, the Holy Spirit just dropped something in my heart. I know that it's a podcast. But there's so many people that feel like they're not special. By that, I mean their life is supposed to follow a certain cadence. Normal life and stuff. If you're listening to this, you're literally called to greater. All those things that you feel like you're talking about today now, you lived in one room, he ended up, some people, we're not going to happen to everybody. But your own path, your own journey is forever going to be the story of how God has redeemed a man. So that means that even you, in whatever story you're living, whatever life you're living, he still wants to show the world that redeeming grace, that saving grace, that's what he's about. So like never feel like, my whole life is just going to...
It's going to go like, once I do this, I get this and that.
Or my life has a cap.
But that's
this
boring.
Is the highest I'll get to.
That's boring.
You have to decide that everything that God has promised me, every word that he has said concerning me, everything that he has promised me I will be. Last, I will be. There's nothing anybody can do about it. And I love that. I love that stubborn energy. You're stubborn.
Very, very. Honestly, I think that the only reason, my friend was telling me something. She said, Dimeji. So I was complaining about the one thing I said, God did. She was like, for every time you said we go run up, you have always run.
Literally.
And I was like,
literally. You make you wake up and say, I'm buying a house in Banana Island. 2 weeks later, Tony, come to my house for me. I'm like, this guy. I'm
like, it's basically God.
This guy.
It's that stubborn spirit. That's one thing I'm grateful for my dad for. My dad is someone, I don't know why I said was, because he's alive. He's very much. My dad
he's alive, bro.
And he's kicking well. But my dad really instilled that character of you can actually do the most with the little that you have. And this was someone that traveled to the UK at 14 by himself. studied law, built a life, came back, traveled around the world, had plenty of
Captain Martins to the don't be shading that man. Captain
but
Martins
still
to the
did
world.
a lot. So yeah, it's a thing of you have to be stubborn about your goals. You have to want it more than the word want in itself. Because the honest truth is, like, Ronti is one of like my oldest friends. She knows where I've been.
Chef Folu, please.
Yeah, Chef Folu. She knows where, like. So when I speak, like, it's not from a place of this boy has, because people hear my name and just feel like, and now rich kid now. Oh my bro, no bro.
Is a rich kid Bila?
So yeah, it was from a place of being stubborn, a place of saying this is not what I want for my life. Everybody comes from family and they tell them, oh, you will be this, you will do this, and I'm like, no, they will struggle with you. Life will struggle with you. Life is boring when you don't have, those things come. Because when you want to tell your story, what do you say?
What will you say?
You just be like, oh, man.
We came, we saw, we did not conquer.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't be that guy. It's true, I used to say something. Every man dies twice. The first time is when you actually are buried, and the second time is the last time your name is ever mentioned. And you can't do life forever if you die once. Like, they just die and they don't forget your
first
name.
death, your second death.
Yes, they don't forget your name. But like, the only way your name will ever be remembered is the impact. And how do you get? You don't get impact from comfort. You can't be chilling on your bed and say, oh shit, I'm going to touch the world. Excuse my French.
No, but in all of this, the encouraging thing is that God's got you.
Yeah.
God's got you. He's not sending you on a journey that he's not coming along with you on.
Yeah.
He's every step. And even when things are hard, I used to say this when I was working in Macy's. I've gone through a lot. When I was working in Macy's, life was so hard. Honestly, shout out to Shade, my friend. She helped me. But when I was working in Macy's, one of the things I randomly, I would win this thing, maybe $20 here, $30. Like, God just used to give me little like chin that used to help me survive the day until the next day. So God literally will give you support, little joys, things to help you through even difficult times. So, Dimeji, guess what?
Hit me.
We've come to round off. I know that it feels like we're talking for 5 minutes, but it's actually been like 5 years. So, final question to you.
Hit me.
What do you look forward the most to in 2025?
2025, more. There's plenty of things that I look forward to.
Other things apart from the one thing.
Nah, there's that one's number one. But impact and living to the fullest. And when I say living to the fullest, not even in material things. I know the words that God has spoken to me concerning this year, not even from myself, confirmations from people, and it's a thing of I can't wait to actually touch lives.
Come on now.
How do I put it? I doubt myself. As much as Antofim is always worried. Not worried, she's always shading me like, this guy, how you say you doubt yourself with all the things I have done? But I think I'm coming to 2025 is that year where I'm beginning to live in the reality of what God has actually said. And I'm looking forward to living more and more in the realities of God and creating more impact. Because me being on this podcast, I'm still checking myself like, am I that guy? Because I'm always...
If you're looking for hype man,
I'm always
the
asking...
hype man to the hype man.
I'm always just like...
The hype man is a complex.
Am I that guy? I'm saying all these things. Somebody will not say me. It's not one regular. I'm a regular guy just doing extraordinary thing because, God just really, said, guy, I will not let you be regular. I'm going to make you an extraordinary person.
Come on.
So 2025, I'm looking towards more impacts, more extraordinary things, and living in the realities of the prophecies and words of God in my life.
And hosting the BET Gospel Award. Hallelujah. Come on now.
If God says yes,
If they call him now, God give testimony.
No, see, I don't even mind stop hosting, because, there's a business that my brother here has a brother, me, I'm believing will be the way to my billions. So once I make that billions, I'll just go quiet.
I'm actually
not
tired
too much
of my
talk.
Friends. My tip for today is don't do a podcast with your friends.
Yo, now this has been
backstory.
Awesome
I've almost died today. It's been a day. But thank you so much for being on the podcast. I hope that at least one person is encouraged.
Yeah, can I say something quickly?
Go ahead.
So I want to say something to whoever it is that feels like they're at a disadvantage. Because for the longest in my life, I always felt like I was born from disadvantage. Like I'm coming from a place of less advantage trust me, that's your superpower. That uniqueness, the fact that you did not go through the conventional way like everybody. You do primary school, you do secondary school, you do uni. Maybe you never go to school. Trust me, you have something. God is so gracious and generous that He gave every single person something. Just find that thing, and I promise you never regret.
With that, I just want to say, please like, share, subscribe, and don't forget, you're loved more truly and deeply than you can ever imagine. Bye!
Yes.